Welcome to Arsenal Report, your daily source for all things Arsenal FC. From match updates and transfer talk to behind-the-scenes stories, we've got it all. If you're a true gunner, this is your home. Hit subscribe and join the pride. Victory through harmony. Let's get started. Luis Enrique insists Paris Saint-Germain have not been studying Arsenal ahead of their huge Champions League semi-final showdown, even with the match just around the corner. The Gunners are only 3 games from achieving immortality, but a major obstacle stands in their path. The dominant French champions, who like Arsenal, are hungry for continental success. However, PSG's recent form has been far from intimidating. They are without a win in their past 2 League One fixtures and suffered their first domestic defeat of the campaign on Friday, losing 3-1 to Nice at the Parc des Princes. Arsenal, meanwhile, aren't exactly hitting top form either, having drawn 3 of their last 4 Premier League matches, including a 2-2 tie with Crystal Palace at the Emirates Stadium on Wednesday. Nevertheless, when questioned whether he and his staff had reviewed Arsenal's latest games ahead of Tuesday's clash, Enrique played it down. "No, because I already know Arsenal perfectly well," he explained to the media. "I've known it for a long time. It's a team I've followed." The Spanish coach, who steered PSG into the Champions League semi-finals last year, was upbeat about his squad's progress, claiming they had grown significantly during the past 12 months. He also assured that Arsenal would be facing a PSG outfit high on confidence and rhythm. "I am sure we will see a great version of PSG against Arsenal," Enrique warned. "There is very significant growth in the team. The team was very young. Now we arrive with more confidence. We are very motivated," he continued. "We are experiencing quite a strange end to the season, but there are important things to accomplish. We are reaching a great moment of the season because we have this obsession with the Champions League." PSG secured the League One crown in early April, and although their unbeaten run has recently been snapped, their ambitions remain sky high. They are still within reach of a Champions League triumph and could finish the campaign with a historic treble, a milestone no French club has ever attained, and only 8 sides across Europe can claim. Despite enormous financial backing and heavy investment over the last decade, PSG have only managed to reach 1 Champions League final, where they lost to Bayern Munich in 2020. Arsenal are in the same boat, having fallen short against Barcelona in their lone final appearance in 2006. As Tuesday approaches, Mikel Arteta's team will draw confidence from their history against PSG, undefeated in 5 meetings, with 2 wins and 3 draws. They also secured a 2-0 victory over the Parisians during the group stage in October, courtesy of goals from Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka. Still, Arsenal will be fully aware of PSG's threat, especially after the Parisians' clinical elimination of Liverpool over 2 legs in the last 16, even if it required penalties to settle the contest. Now, with their Premier League title hopes virtually dashed, Arsenal's attention fully turns to conquering Europe. Yet the challenge they face could be their most daunting yet. 2 heavyweights, 2 dreams, but only 1 path to the final. With destiny hanging in the balance, Tuesday night is poised to deliver a classic. Arsenal icon Emmanuel Petit has leapt to the defence of Ousmane Dembélé amid the PSG star's difficult run of form. Dembélé has been one of the stars of Luis Enrique's side this season as they storm to the League One title. They have also reached the semi-finals of the Champions League, where they will face the Gunners. But heading into next week's first leg at the Emirates Stadium, Dembélé has hit a scoring problem. Tuesday night's draw with Nantes was Dembélé's 4th successive game without a goal. The Frenchman had just 1 shot on target and only 2 touches in the Nantes box before being subbed off just after the hour mark. It is the worst drought Dembélé has experienced since December and has come at the worst possible time for PSG. With the League One title wrapped up, their full focus is on winning the Champions League for the first time. Arsenal represent a daunting challenge, with Mikel Arteta's side having lost just 1 game in the league phase and knockouts combined. But Petit, who spent 3 years with the Gunners, does not believe that Dembélé's struggles to score are anything to worry about. There's no let-up. In the Champions League quarter-finals, he was decisive, providing the assist in both matches. "I don't know what you're expecting," Petit told the Roth and Sunflam podcast. "What are you waiting for? For him to score, make assists, and win every match single-handedly. Not even 2 weeks ago, he was decisive against Aston Villa. Now, we're only talking about the match against Nantes. I heard that on other shows too. I fell out of bed. Petit's confidence appears well placed, with Dembélé having scored 32 goals and notched 11 assists in all competitions. Before travelling to Arsenal, PSG will first host Nice in the Parc des Princes. It is unknown at this point whether boss Enrique will rest any of his players for that game. But having been questioned on Dembélé's run of form after the draw with Nantes, the PSG boss issued an angry slapdown of criticism of the attacker. "My goal as a coach is for my players to be at their best," Enrique said. "Sometimes you make up stories, ask Ousmane. Everyone manages their emotions as best they can, as best they know how, and as best they want. Whether a player is more or less frustrated after a match, it doesn't matter to me. It's always difficult to play away from home, especially in a stadium like here in Nantes, with a great atmosphere. Put a cork in it at Anfield and stick that champagne back in the fridge. One man's Bollinger is another man's Prosecco, but Liverpool's party will have to wait until Sunday." Careless Arsenal just about extended the title race another 4 days, but it's all over bar the sausage rolls and vol au vents. With Liverpool players watching on TV at their Kirkby training ground, ready to break open the bubbly, the Gunners kept the party streamers on standby. Arne Slot's champions-in-waiting came close to clinching the Holy Grail without kicking a ball, but now it falls to Tottenham to be the party stooges this weekend. Pegged back by Palace substitute Jean-Philippe Mateta's late equaliser, ultimately the Gunners were grateful to escape with a point, and no new injury concerns ahead of their Champions League moment of truth against Paris Saint-Germain next Tuesday. Keeping your powder dry was once the preserve of bonfire night technicians trying to stop the rain from making the blue touch paper soggy at the village firework display. And nobody was expecting firecrackers or mortar shells when Arsenal had their biggest game of the season on the near horizon. So it was a major surprise, not least to the latecomers who missed it, that the Gunners went in front inside 3 minutes from a familiar provenance, the good old set piece. Apart from Declan Rice bending it like Beckham against Real Madrid, Arsenal's favourite source of goals had gone quiet of late. But when Martin Odegaard swung a free kick to the near post, Jakub Kiwior was hopelessly unmarked to plant a firm header beyond Dean Henderson. Number crunchers make that 66 goals in 4 seasons from dead ball restarts since set-piece coach Nicolas Jova joined the Arsenal payroll. It was the Polish centre-back's first goal since February 2024, and Kiwior's form has been a revelation since Gabriel was ruled out for the season. If the portents for Palace, who have a Wembley date with Aston Villa in 48 hours, were ominous, to their credit, they refused to come quietly. Since Granit Xhaka's monumental strop in the dying days of Unai Emery's unlamented reign at the Emirates, an aggregate score of 20-4 in the Gunners' favour in the last 6 meetings read like a ransom note. But moments after Rice was a whisker away from making it 2-0 with a rasping 20-yard shot, Palace's spirited response yielded an equaliser after 27 minutes. Eberechi Eze's acrobatic volley from Adam Wharton's corner bounced through a crowd of players and in off the post beyond David Raya's despairing sprawl. Oliver Glazer's progressive side were undone again 3 minutes before the break, Leandro Trossard taking Jurriën Timber's crisp pass in his stride and threading his 4th goal in as many games just inside Henderson's left-hand post. But the indefatigable Eagles came back for more after the break, Raya expertly parrying Mark Guehi's effort before substitute Ismail Assar somehow missed an open goal from 3 yards by failing to connect properly with a simple header. At the other end, Gabriel Martinelli's goal was correctly ruled out after an interminable VAR séance before William Saliba's slapdash pass presented Mateta, who had only been on the pitch 2 minutes, with a gift 30 yards out. The Palace sub lifted his finish exquisitely over the stranded Raya, and on Merseyside the champagne was ready to blow, but a record-equalling 20th title will have to wait until Sunday. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta has revealed there is a chance Bukayo Saka will feature against Crystal Palace. The Gunners star suffered an injury scare during the North London side's win over Ipswich Town at the weekend. Saka suffered a rash challenge from fullback Leif Davis, who was given a straight red card by referee Chris Kavanagh. The The Tractor Boys ace raked a stomp down the back of the Arsenal talisman's leg 32 minutes. The winger was able to continue but was replaced soon into the second period and was seen applying ice to his ankle soon after. Nevertheless, Arteta is confident the issue is not serious heading into the game against Crystal Palace, with Paris Saint-Germain soon to follow in the Champions League. The Spaniard even reckons Saka, if they desired, could feature at the Emirates on Wednesday night if required. We have to wait and see how he reacts after the session. But it's nothing too serious, said Arteta. If we want to, there's a good chance he can play tomorrow. He was giving good signs that he can impact the game, Arteta added on Saka's earlier return from a hamstring injury. After those months, it is a credit to him. The Gunners do have other injury concerns, however. Midfielder Jorginho and defender Ricardo Calafiori are set to miss the game. Arteta suggested the former may not play again before the season is complete. The Italian suffered a rib injury against Brentford. I am not certain he plays again this season, said the ex-Arsenal midfielder. We will have to see. I am not talking about any dates. It was a quite scary situation. The good news is he is recovering and he is better. Calafiori has not played since before the last international break and is still managing his issue and taking preventative action so as not to suffer a repeat of the issue. There is an impact injury and a twist, Arteta explained. He is managing it and how to be on top of certain situations and how to prevent them. Despite the club's injury issues, Arteta does not feel he is able to rest players against Crystal Palace to ensure Arsenal arrive primed to take on PSG. We cannot think in those terms, Arteta said. If the players are fit and they are ready to play, then they have to play. Physically they are good, and emotionally they are good.